Hello, my lovely crafters. This is CraftySue 519. Welcome to my channel and Tea Tuesday. Today, I have a very special guest with me.
Grumpy.
And we're going to tell you a story from a very long time ago, but something that we have a good time talking about.
Yes. And this is when I was working for the world's biggest airline, and the piece that I was in engineering, and the piece that we had control over is manufactured by another worldwide company that holds conferences every year for all the airline operators who have their equipment. This year, not this year, but that year, 1997, the conference was held at Disney World in Orlando. And don't forget, we were in San Francisco at the time. And my boss calls me into his office and tells me that him and I are going on a trip. We're going to the conference, and it's in Disney World, and we can take our wives. So he was taking his wife, Gail, and I was taking Sue. I don't think we were married yet.
No, not till 2 years later.
Not till 2 years later. So off we go on the plane, leave on a Sunday, fly to Orlando, get in a rental car, and drive to Disney World.
Disney World. Sit closer and you can do the pictures. Sorry, guys.
Okay, here we go. Now it's your turn.
All right, so we get to Disney World, and from here we go to our hotel. Now remember, this was a conference, so this is totally paid for. Everything is paid for by the company who is putting on this conference.
Not totally. The hotel was on United.
Whatever, it was paid for.
Yeah, it did. Not a dime came out of our pockets.
Yes, unless we want to buy a souvenir.
Right.
All right, so we we drive into Disney and we go and find our hotel, which is the Swan. See the swans at the top? And the Swan Hotel and the Dolphin Hotel over here is business hotels. They have lots of conferences and business events and stuff in these hotels. So there's no little kids. It was pretty much all adults, and really nice. Very, very nice hotel. And we had to travel by boat to get to anywhere we wanted to go to in the parks. Now, this was 25 years ago, so it's a little different now than it was back then. But every morning, Grumpy and I would be asleep, and we would wake up to darn boats came so early to pick up people, because if any of you have been to Disney World and stayed within Disney World, you know that you can go to the parks earlier than what they open them up to the public. So if you want a good start on Disney and you're staying in the park, get up early, go, and you're not going to have the lines that you're going to have later in the day. But it was a lot of fun going on the boats and going around to the different parts of Disney. So
Monday morning rolls around. Frank goes to his conference. Sue goes downstairs, and in front of the conference room are tables manned by employees of the company that's putting on this event, with stacks of tickets to all the parks. And as we go in, the men go, I shouldn't say that, the
employees,
the participants of the conference go into the conference room, and their significant others go up to the tables, and the head person of that is a very nice lady they called Crazy Peg, and she had all the tickets.
So I get up, shower, get dressed, come downstairs, and there's Peg. Where do you want to go today, Sue? Anywhere you want to go. So I chose Magic Kingdom. Yay, Magic Kingdom. So, Frank came to Disney World with his boss and his boss's wife, Gail. So Gail and I decided to go to Magic Kingdom together, and we spent the day there, which was awesome. We had a lot of fun. Not as much fun as, Magic Kingdom is not exactly for adults. To me.
It's the happiest place in the world.
On Earth.
Oh, excuse me.
But we had a really good time walking around all day long and going on a few rides. Not too many, but we still had a good time. And we had to get back to the hotel by a particular time because every evening they put on this big dinner for everybody who was there and in this huge hall. And it was excellent. It was really, really good. So that was our first day there. Frank went to work. I went to Magic Kingdom.
Right. That's fair, right? Right.
So,
Tuesday morning, Frank goes to work. There it is again. And Sue goes to the tables.
So I come downstairs and Crazy Peg sees me and comes running up to me. She says, Sue, can you help me? And I said, what's the matter? And she said, see that lady over there? And I looked across this was in a lobby, and I looked across and I saw this timid little woman sitting there. And she looked terrified for some reason. And she says, she's from Turkey. She doesn't speak any English. And do you think you could take her with you today, wherever you're going? I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. She doesn't speak English. We can't communicate. Sure, I'll take her with me. So Gail came as well. And I can't remember the lady's name. I wish I did, because boy, did we have a day. Did we ever have a day. So this is where I chose to go. Mgm Studios. That's what it was called 25 years ago. It's Hollywood Studios now. Tower of Terror had just been built. I love rides. I love roller coasters. I love all those crazy things. And I could not wait to go on Tower of Terror. I had heard a lot about it and just had to go here. So here's this poor lady holding on to me. She was younger than I was, and she was terrified. I mean, so hard to explain to her, trying to use hand motions and stuff to explain things, so she had no choice but to follow me around. So we got in line for Tower of Terror, the only long line we really had to wait in, and we went on this ride. And they had no clue what to expect. I knew what the ride was going to do, but the other two ladies didn't. So here we go, up, up, up. If you've been on Tower of Terror, you know what I'm talking about. And we go up each floor, and the doors open, and something jumps out at you to scare you. And you get to the top, and the doors open up, and it feels like you're going to fall out into the park. It's just this big view of the park. And that's where they snap a picture of you on the ride. And then you start coming down, and you come down fast. And Gail had her head in my shoulder, screaming. And the Turkish lady had her nails dug into my arm. I mean, it was painful. She was terrified. I don't know if they don't have these things in Turkey, but
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, she was screaming, and I was just expecting blood to squirt out of my arms any second. And we finally made... And
There's a picture someplace.
I do. I have a picture of it somewhere. I wish I could find it. It's awesome. It looks exactly like I described it, with Gail's head in my shoulder and the other lady squeezing my arm so hard with her nails and screaming, and me laughing my head off. I was just cracking up. I loved it. Oh, that was the most exciting part about that park that whole day. That was the highlight of my whole trip, was on that ride with those two ladies.
And that was Tuesday. Wednesday was a day off. And the plan that the company had was for the guys attending the conference were to go play golf. I don't play golf, so I got to go to one of the parks. So we chose Epcot.
Now, I have to say before we start this Turkish couple was supposed to come with us to Epcot.
He didn't golf either, huh?
He didn't golf either. And they were supposed to come with us. But after her experience...
She says, I'm not going. She tried to kill me in Turkish.
But after her ride on Tower of Terror and a couple of other rides I got her to go on in MGM, they bailed. They wouldn't come out with us. We laugh about it because Epcot, like we could have taken them on Space Mountain.
Oh, God.
They really would have died. Oh, but anyhow, we go to Epcot, and that was awesome. We had such a great day.
We did.
Was it just you and me?
No.
Or did Gail come?
Gail came.
Gail came too.
And another woman. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, there were a few of us that went to Epcot, and some of their husbands were off golfing, so they came
and
along
Phil
with us.
golfed, so.
He did. Okay.
So we went to... the pavilions are by country, of course, if you know that. And there were two memorable pavilions we went to. The first one was our country's pavilion, the USA. This is pathetic. It's a big open rotunda room, and you go in there, and it's just everybody standing there, and all of a sudden you hear singing, and they're singing
Shenandoah.
Oh, Shenandoah. And then you see who's singing on the second floor. There's a railing, open floor, and all these singers line all the rails, and it was just incredible. And of course, Sue does what she does best.
I bawled my eyes out. Oh my gosh, I got so emotional. I just started crying and I couldn't stop. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. They were all dressed in costume, like from back
1800s.
Yeah,
Victorian.
It just blew me away.
And
I got tears in my eyes.
The
just
singing was absolutely perfect. It was wonderful.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
So then from that room, they usher you into another room, which is a big movie theater, and you get to see a movie about the history of our country. After the movie, her and I are walking out. We're both bawling like little babies, both crying. Unbelievable. I can't believe we were so touched. I can believe she was touched. I can't believe I was touched.
You're so patriotic, hon.
I am. That was Wednesday. Oh, and we had dinner there. We ate at the German restaurant, which was the first time I had German food.
And we had dessert at France.
Oh, that's right. We did. That's right. So it was a great day.
Yes.
So that was Wednesday. Thursday, what?
No, that was
wait a minute. We have one more story.
Yes.
The second memorable pavilion at Epcot was the Moroccan Pavilion. I saw Morocco and I almost ran to it because I love this stuff. And Morocco is in North Africa. It's one of the Arab countries. And I have just found out through Ancestry that I have North African blood in me, DNA in me. So there you go. That explains everything. I went into the store, looking at the stuff, and they had fezzes. And if you don't know a fez, it's that little funny red hat with the tassel on it. I bought one. See? That's my fez. I still got it. And look at that Arab writing. Anyhow.
And he wears it sometimes, believe
What happened here?
it. Just
Okay, so I bought the hat. I didn't put it in a bag. I put it on. I walk out of the store, and at the beginning of the store, they got a little guy with a push cart selling cold drinks. He's Moroccan. He's dressed totally in costume, fez, and everything. I walk out of the store, walk past him. He looks at me and says to me, "Oh, good, my relief is here," and he walks away. He thinks I'm here to relieve him. So what did Frank do? Get behind the push cart to sell drinks. Sue comes running over saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "He's gone. Frank, I can't leave his cart here all alone." And then he turned around and came back for some reason.
That was the funniest thing. Frank selling Coca-Cola in his fez.
That's right. So the fez story's not over. That night at dinner, actually the lunch was the German, right? The German
Lunch
food.
was German, yeah.
So at that big dinner that night, there I am wearing the fez.
This was the craziest dinner night.
I ever saw.
Oh.
All the Germans were at one table, the English were on one table, and they're singing German songs. The English are singing English songs.
They're getting smashed.
Yes. And all the other nationalities are singing their songs. God knows what's going on. I think somebody said to me, there's going to be an international incident here if this keeps up. The president of the company who was hosting that grabs the fez off my head, puts it on his head, jumps up on the table. He's standing on a dinner table and makes a speech wearing this fez. Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
So the Germans are going, "Oi, oi, oi," and the English are going...
No, English are going, "Oi, oi, oi."
Oh.
And Germans are going, "Proust."
Oh, that's
Proust.
That's right.
And the beer is flying. And,
Oh, boy.
Gosh, it was hysterical.
It was crazy. So anyhow, that was Wednesday. Thursday, guess what? Back to work.
I didn't go to a park Thursday.
No.
I didn't go to a park Thursday.
She didn't go to the park on Thursday. This is what she did.
It was so nice. It was so nice. They fed me. They gave me drinks. I sat by the pool and relaxed and got refreshed from the
That's right.
first few days of parks that I went to. At that time, they didn't have all the parks built yet. There was no Animal Kingdom.
No, there was not. No.
So I had seen the 3 parks already. And this is what I got to do. Relax by this beautiful pool, beautiful weather, and catered to. What more could I ask for?
So Thursday night rolls around, and I think
We had enough of Disney.
that's the last night.
Yes, we had enough.
And I said I had enough ears. I'm up to my ears and ears. I don't want to see that
Mickey Mouse anymore.
that mouse anymore. So help me God. So we're walking out of the hotel. I got the keys to the car from my boss. He has to stay there. We're gonna go find some place to have dinner outside the park. And as we're leaving, this company from England, I get they were from British Airways, said, "Are you leaving the park?" And we said, "Yeah, we're gonna go find some dinner someplace. Can we come with you? We've had enough of this place too." So they came with us, and we found, I couldn't find it ever again. I think it was in Kissimmee.
It was.
I found a little seafood restaurant.
It wasn't little.
It wasn't
a
little.
Nice.
It was
seafood.
a nice seafood restaurant. And they were happy with that. And we had
Swordfish.
the best swordfish dinner ever. And actually, that was the first time I had ever had swordfish.
I'd always loved swordfish, so I was very, very happy to have a swordfish dinner. And the British couple that was with us were in their glory to
They
be
were
away
happy to
from
get-
Disney
Yeah.
and have a nice evening, a nice drink,
Yeah.
a wonderful dinner.
It was a great dinner.
It was one of the best dinners we've had, I
Yeah.
think. And wish we remembered the name of the restaurant. I doubt it's still around 25 years later, but
Yeah.
it was.
But
just,
it was really good. It was spectacular good.
Yep. And so that was it. That was our last night there. I
That was
believe.
last night, yeah. And we flew back to San Francisco the next day.
Yep. So that was our little trip to Disney.
So just one more thing. I love my fez, and I wore it at United for the rest of my career there for special occasions. And I loved it so much, I even bought my pug dog Tank his own little fez. So there's a picture of him wearing this too someplace. If we ever find him, we can show you. But that's a pug fez, pug size.
But better yet, I have a picture of Tank and Frank wearing their fezzes. And I tried really hard to find it so we could include it in this presentation, but I can't find it. It's lost on my computer someplace.
It's making me hungry.
I know, me too. It's time for lunch, hon.
Yes, it is.
All right, everyone. I hope you really liked our little trip to Disney 25 years ago. Now we live an hour away.
And don't go.
We did. We went
We
to
did.
Animal
Yes, we
Kingdom,
did.
the only park I hadn't
did.
been to yet.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, we thought we would share this with you today. And we wish you a very nice rest of your day.
Yeah.
And until next time, love yous. Bye.